Hello and welcome back to Thea the Awakening. I'm BirdieBot. Let's play. So now I've named some of my villagers. As you can see in here, we've got Jess, who is our crafter. She's our blacksmith. And she's actually got a couple different cool extra things, folklore, magic, and speech, which are going to come hugely in handy. And stealth too. Wow. She's boss. She's even got adrenaline boost. Excellent. As well, we've got Sleeping God, who's got some traps, tactics, and works with polearms, which I love. Well, actually, he's just using a polearm. But this is a great weapon. Great weapon. And Dwarf Comic. Dwarf Comic has a little bit of gathering, lots and lots of tactics, and a little bit of intelligence. It's great. It's great. Now, I think before we set up another expedition, because we are still desperately in need of some leather in order to make armor for everybody, I want to make sure that I'm going to set up some gathering tools so that the guys that I send out will actually have some gathering tools. And I have straw, so I think that must have come up through the random common goods that happen every so often. So that'll give me gathering 1. I wonder if I use wicker. That'll give me gathering 3. Yum. Okay, well, I can only make 1 of those anyways, so I wonder if I use some leather, would that change it too? No. Okay. I really don't actually want to use that leather because that's being used by Jess to create the reptile vest, and I think that's something I have to make sure I do. Let's get Mesimir to do 1 of those, and the other one I'll do with straw, and it'll only be a 1 or so. Wow, who knew that the wicker would make it so much better? Okay, and I'll grab Yaroslav for that. They're both gonna craft it at about the same time. So we're just gonna wait a turn or 2 for that. Oh boy, I think we're gonna have our first combat right now. Oh, Thea is not an easy place to grow up, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea. So I have 3 options here. There's actually 4 other options that are unavailable. I can choose a warrior, a worker, or someone who has knowledge. And I think I'm actually going to go for a knowledge character. Wait, let's see. We have quite a few warriors. Do we have enough gatherers? I might grab a gatherer, actually. Cool. Miloslava. Let's take a look at Miloslava. Here she is. So she is a great gatherer. She has some knowledge about curses, which is awesome. I need that. She's got awesome will. I mean, as far as characters go, nice to have that gathering skill for sure. Let's actually get her on gathering. La 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 la. Miloslava, where are you? There she is. Plop her on wood for now. I think that covers... Oh, there's still 1 extra there. Okay, so I believe Jess just finished 1 reptile vest, and these guys are still working. Let's pop that reptile vest on anyway. As you can see, I've got enemies waiting outside the gates. Dwarf Comic has a quilted cloth jacket. Awesome. But Sleeping God has nothing. So let's get him to wear the reptile vest for now. Wow, he can carry 400. So, In the future, we'll be upgrading that to a much heavier thing. This is a 2-handed weapon. I was just thinking it might be nice to have a 2-handed weapon on him. Or, sorry, a 1-handed weapon and a shield. But we'll have to get into that later. Okay, we are being surrounded as the night falls. Ah, excellent. And we got a new research. Now, I'm thinking, like I was saying, like I would love like a 1-handed weapon to help us out. I'm thinking of grabbing clubs. Is that a crazy idea? I mean, we still need to secure so many more resources that if I said clubs, I might be kind of putting myself in a corner here. I think I'm gonna do it. I can use bone, wood, or iron for the first step, and iron or any sort of metal for the second and third. Because I'm still really SOL for this leather. Let's do it. Okay, we got some gathering tools. So, the gathering tools go in this funny little accessory slot down here. So I'm going to find, I know Dobrovich has no gathering whatsoever. And it's kind of useless without it. So let's put the tools up there. Oh, tools up there, huh. And Dwarf Comic, your gathering is at 2. I think I'll bump it up to 3. And look, you're really close to your max weight. Interesting. Okay, your character I might end up specializing him into like a ranged character. I'll think about that. Okay. Oh, and a reptile vest. Haha. Awesome. Let's see. Jess, I think I'm gonna give you the reptile vest. Oh, you're way too close to your max. Maybe we'll have to wait. We'll get you a fancy shirt later. Sleeping God's got one. Oh yeah, big training sword. Great. Yeah, let's put it on. Dobro. Okay, so we are either going to be attacked or we're going to need to clear out this space in a bit. Here we go. So here's our first combat. I'll show you what it looks like. Now, this is just from the recent patch. They've given us this option to reshuffle cards. Since I'm playing on normal, it's going to cost me a random card. Oh, that's interesting. Extra play. Okay, so the enemy can actually play an extra card, or I can discard one random card. But I'm just going to keep this in play because this is our entire village versus a couple bees. Now, each card has a couple different symbols on it. At the top is you can see this bee has 3 health or armor, same diff. He's also got 2 damage that he can apply, as well as 2 poison damage. Now you can hover over each of these things and get more information. He's currently doing piercing damage, which means that, say if I played a piercing damage card, I would play in front of the last card played, which doesn't seem like a big deal. But it is. In this game, being able to play first means that you get to hit first, which might mean you get to actually have a hit rather than no hit at all. Poison damage means that if the card that it is affecting is already damaged, it'll do double damage. So this doesn't seem so powerful, but it is powerful. It can be really powerful. Now, I think what I'm going to do, since I have so many extra cards in my tactics hand, I might just make them throw out some cards in their hand, because there's no sense in having those even play. Yeah, might as well. I'm going to confuse these guys, so that means, well, you'll see. You know what, I'll explain confuse in just a sec, because it might not make a lot of sense. Alright, throw away your other card, buddy. And let's confuse this one. Now, I actually have to let him have a turn, weirdly enough. He has no cards left. Now I have to play all my other cards. You don't have to play them all. Okay, so I'm going to confuse all the bees. Oh, they're so confused. So they don't actually get to take their first round of combat. So what I'm going to do is just play all my dudes. This is kind of ridiculous. Sleeping God, you're going in. Lena. Even Jess has to fight. Look how high her damage is. Holy moly. Wow, we really need to find you some good armor. Okay, so I'll play all my buddies. And I'll even say, there we go. Dobrovit, you get some extra health. So now, when I end the combat, it starts the first phase of the fight. And these guys, see if they were confused, they didn't get their first turn. So, we just got to smash them, and we're even going to smash into the discard pile, because they still play a part in the overall combat. Yay! And we got 1 research for that, which is so great, especially so early in the game. In fact, we just earned ourselves another piece of science. Science! Science, is that the right word for it? You know what? I really want leather so bad. I'm gonna see if I can find some fur leather. How about that? Did we find one? Close by? Oh, there is one close by. Hooray! That's totally decent. Awesome. Okay. The next thing I want to unlock, and you can totally yell at me if I forget once we get there, is medium armor. That way we can start building some really nice sets for our guys. Oh, that is so great. Okay. Now I see that another reptile vest was made. Let's make sure our frontline fighters are covered. Lubo, who am I going to be? I am going to be taking my medic along for many of my jaunts, so let's get him in armor. In fact, it'd be nice to have him hold a shield, but unfortunately, yeah, he has no weapon, no shield. Oh, mama. Let's see if Jess can't craft us a club already. Oh, she might be able to. Yes, okay. Let's see here. Now, if I use dark wood, the end result is going to be poisonous. So let's see what happens if we mix that together. Say if I threw in some fir and maybe this, I would get a bramblewood club, which will give extra poison damage. It'll be, that actually might be good. It'll be 50 pounds though. I am trying to think of some weapons that my littler dudes can use at this point. Because unfortunately, a lot of my, I suppose like my villagers that are going to be staying in the village aren't going to have the same strength. A spiked club was only 40. That's kind of decent. Doesn't do any fancy poison damage. And in fact, I don't even think it does. Yeah. Nothing too fancy. What about Elvenwood? Add some dexterity. If I had bone, I could put it in there. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with the Bramblewood Club. And maybe, can I not use that? That would be nice. Yeah, I'm using iron there. I think I'll, hold on to as much leather as I can at this point. Perfect. Okay, let's, Jess, you're on the job, girl. Be nice to make her a nice little crafting tool, too. Just to make her life a bit easier. Oh, I don't have enough primary material. Darn it. Okay, she's going to do that, and let's see. Yaroslav is not doing anything, so let's... Well, I want to get a... What do I want to do here? Just slap him on bird meat, well, I think. Yeah, I think I want to head over to this source of fur. Because I think our village, currently in terms of supplies, we have some stew, we have some of these funny vegetables. Maybe actually we can get one of the villagers to make some extra cooked meals. Yeah, we have some cool stuff. Let's do it. Because this actually, like, I think it doubles or triples the amount of food. Because we're doing 2 meat and 2 vegetables, and we get, how many? 8 meat stew. So you do the math. Instead of 4 meals, you get 8 meals. It's really worth it. Might be nice to do bird stew, since that's our, like, renewable source. Yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna do as much as we can. I think, yeah, the deciding factor is gonna be the veggie. Cool. And I'm gonna get Mesamir to do that. There you go, bud. 21 days of work for you. Or turns. Sorry, I keep using the word days, but it's really turns, since a day is many turns. Alright. Aha! Another combat. Sure. Oh, it's my turn. Alright. Let's put one of my beasts there. Olena. And let's get maybe counter tactic some of their cards out. These are actually kind of like, I could auto-resolve these battles, but I always find that the auto-resolve has some bizarre like instances where you take damage when really there's no need to take damage. especially in these beginning fights. Like, there's always a chance that a character could die, and I just find that it's horrifying, like, especially at the beginning of the game when your ability to regain new villagers is just so what's the word I'm looking for? It's impossible. Let's confuse him. You're not gonna take a swing, buddy. Well, my villagers here. Now he's got 2 more cards to play. I'm gonna make sure that card is confused. I really don't want him to play. Basically, I don't want him to do anything during the first round of combat. I want my guys to just sweep through. Now, Olenna is this interesting case because she has blunt weapon damage, which means that, say if she hits this fella, which she will, for 13, it's only going to use 3 of that damage to kill him. So what'll happen is she's going to actually hit the next guy too for the remainder of the damage. It doesn't, unfortunately, bounce to, like, until she's spent all her points. I thought it would initially when I started playing, but as it turns out, she'll, I think, just hit 2. I think that's how it works. Well, I'm pretty sure these guys on the board are gonna kill what's on the board, so I think I'm just gonna forfeit this round and just, like, let it go. Bam! So you'll see Olenna is gonna hit the next guy too. And they're just gonna clean up shop. Great job, team. VIPs. Ooh. It is time for the Night of the Goat. A feast in honor and reverence of our ancestors and forefathers, the so-called Dizodi. Great! You set the table with food and drink, set bonfires in a circle, and begin festivities. But on this night, the Dizodi actually appear before you. One, an elder bearded man speaks with a heavy, coarse voice. You have done us proud, grandchildren. Now we shall cleanse you of any curses you carry. And if your souls ever be burdened by the filth of the dark magic, come to a city we once called home, seek us out, and if you prove yourselves worthy, you may be cleansed once more. Yikes. The Dizodi all nod in agreement, then disappear. Wow. So Dwarf Comic, you got +2 folklore. Great! Folklore. Very cool. Wonderful. If we are ever cursed, we shall seek out this city. Now, generally when I press close, you get the next event. No, okay. There's an event that's sort of connected to that event, and it'll probably happen in the next episode, because I'm going to let this one off here, guys. Have an awesome day,